Hello everyone, welcome to a better introduction. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Kaya and this is the very first video on my channel, Finding Kaya. Today I'm going to be doing a video about the DCP, so the Disney College Program, and my journey through applying and getting accepted and all of that. Okay, I applied for the Disney College Program for Spring Advantage 2020. So for Spring 2020, applications dropped on August 19th, 2019. This is my second time applying. My first time I applied for fall 2019, so this past semester, just because one of my friends had applied and gotten in, and I was super excited. I was like, okay, if I apply on a whim and got in, then cool, we'd be in the same program together. That would be amazing. So I applied, I got to the web-based interview, and I failed the web-based interview because I am super critical and I overthink everything, but you know, that's fine. Okay, application dropped October 19th. I was ready. I applied, I filled out my application, I was all set. It was like 9:03 p.m. that I finally sent it in. I sent it in while we were watching, I remember this very clearly. We were watching White Christmas as a family and I sent it in. It's fine, okay, good. Less than 30 seconds later, I got an email saying, "Thank you for applying. You are no longer in consideration." Like, what? I told my parents, they're like, "That's weird." And I was like, yeah, but you know, I'm a little distressed, obviously. I texted my friend that was at the college program right then. And she said, that's definitely not how that works. It shouldn't have taken less than 30 seconds for them to go through your application and deny you right off the bat. I would contact Human Resources. I was like, okay, fine. Okay, so I sent a support request. And, okay, I didn't immediately send a support request. I searched around and said, like, why was I denied, blah, blah, blah. And one of the things that I found read, if you had done your web-based interview anytime in the last 6 months, that score was what was going to be counted for any future applications. So my web-based interview that I took in like March was counting, and because I failed that web-based interview, now I was failing this one within 30 seconds. So it's like, okay, so then I emailed support. I said, hey, so here's the deal. I submitted it and I didn't realize that it hadn't been 6 months yet. Is there any way I can retake the web-based interview? And I was like, you know, please, 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 please. They emailed back the next morning. Yeah, like you said before, like you can't retake it yet, but at September 8th, email us again. And we will send you the link for the web-based interview if we're still hiring. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, wow. So that was super exciting because that meant that I had a second chance, and that's basically impossible to get for this program and for applying for this program, right? So we had a Disney trip scheduled from September 4th to September 7th, 8th, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to the 8th, where we got back on the 8th. And I was like, okay, I am not trying to do this interview the day we get back from vacation after playing, and like, not gonna do it. Okay, September 11th, I sent a request to support again off that same thread that we had already been talking about in August. I said, hey, remember me about this. Can you send me the link now? Are you still hiring? They're like, yeah, we just sent you the link. And I was like, wow, I got the web-based interview. Woohoo, woohoo. Which is great because then I don't have to go into that really long waiting period where it was like, okay, your application has been received, but you don't get any web-based interview. So I basically skipped that step. I had a lot of emotional trauma when they rejected me after 30 seconds, but I skipped that long step. So I took my web-based interview, and of course I'm very nervous because the last time I applied, that was what had got me. That is what had kept me from going to Disney. Okay, moving on. I passed the web-based interview. I'm so flippin' excited because I was, you know, he's sitting in my dorm room doing it, and I'm like, and then, you know, at the end they tell you whether you pass or you're no longer in consideration. I passed. They said, okay, please schedule your phone interview. I'm like, okay, when's the nearest one? September 19th at 11:30. That's 8 days away. I can't handle 8 days of pressure. That's fine. We're fine, we're fine. Okay, phone interview rolls around. My interviewer's name was Bradley. He was really nice. It started off very professionally, so he asked me a lot of demographical questions, right? Making sure, okay, you're this old, you are a US citizen, you're licensed to work in the United States, do you have a tattoo, like do you have any external piercings? He asked me a bunch of those questions, I was like, yeah, and then he started asking me some actual questions, and I don't know, I have my list of questions. What did he ask me? So of course, the number one question you want to know your answer to is, why do you want to participate in the Disney College Program? If you get to the phone interview, know your answer to this question. I cannot stress that enough. I don't know. Okay, what does Disney mean to you? What else? How do you feel about working and living states from home? I attended college out of state. I was fine. I'm fine. What will the college program help you with professionally? Questions like that. Something he did ask me was, tell about a story where you had to personally handle an emergency. That's a question that I researched, and they ask like attractions people and lifeguards, which are two of the ones that I put high interest in. Yeah, so he asked me that question. I wasn't surprised that he asked me that question. I had an answer all typed up. It was actually my younger sister is 8, but I think when she was 4 or 5, she tripped over the dog gate. It was a really low dog gate, but she tripped over the dog gate and like face planted into this giant clay potted plant that we have in the other room, and she gouged her head, so she was just bleeding all over the place, and my mom was panicking, and I was like, okay, mom, sit next to her, hold on to her, I have to drive you to the hospital. She's fine. She has a little scar right here, but that's it. Yeah, he asked me that, and I answered. And then he started, I guess, acting more like a human being, you know, and not just an interviewer. So then we started like talking, and it ended, you know, with me asking about like my glasses and, hey, can I request a location? Please put me here. Which of course like doesn't mean you're gonna get it, but at least it's a note on your records. And then at the end I was like, hey, like what's your favorite Disney song? And I don't remember what he told me. Yeah, I do. He told me Part of Your World from Little Mermaid. I was like, oh, that's so interesting. Mine is Streets of Gold from Oliver & Company. And he's just like, Oliver & Company? He freaked out that I mentioned Oliver & Company. So yeah, at the end of that, I felt really good. Like I'm not trying to sound cocky at all or say, oh, I'm so great, but I can usually tell, you know, when something goes well or not. You know, like you can kind of tell, and I felt that it had gone so well, like so much better than I had been expecting. Okay, past the phone interview, about, hold on, September 19th, this one, September 24th, I had just gotten in from class. I checked my phone. I wasn't expecting anything, right? Because he said you could hear anything from tomorrow to November 15th, right? So I'm not expecting anything 5 days later. I open up my phone, and there it is. Congratulations, you have been chosen to join the college program, and I was freaked out. I was like jumping up and down and screaming, and I was like, I had to call mom and dad. I called my mom, and no one answered. I called my dad, and no one answered. And then I called my friend that was in the program right then, and I called, and she answered, so she got to be the first one. And I was so excited, and she was so excited. Okay, so that is my college program application experience. I'm starting on February 3rd, and I go till August 6th. So I did get Spring Advantage 2020, and my role is attractions, which is something that I really, really wanted. I'm going to be filming more videos up until the point of my college program starting, and I'm going to be filming all throughout my college program. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it. Thumbs up and subscribe. Bye!